going to demonstrate the Office experience on multiple platforms. Right, so Office 365 runs across multiple platforms. We want to make sure that everybody understands how to use it to get the most out of it. And so that's absolutely part of the services and education.
How far back?
Windows 95.
Exactly. With my Windows 95 laptop, the steam coming outside.
But we don't turn anyone away, right? And so we'll absolutely, we hired a great staff of folks, and we find people that have great experience, deep technology experience, and so we absolutely will take care of those customers and help them solve their challenges.
So how many people will staff the store? Like how many people have you hired? If I came in on a Saturday during peak hour, how many bodies will we need?
We have a great diverse team. We have a good number of staff. We are hoping that will be enough. And as Travis said, we'll if we need to add more, we certainly will at a later stage.
We have hired 50 people so far to support the staff, and then we'll be doing rostering. And as we learn the trends of Sydney consumers and when they like to come in, we'll adjust that rostering to meet the customer demand. But so far, we've created 50 jobs.
You're not tethering your devices downstairs. How long does this one run out?
Well, look,
And what do you do? Solve it?
No, that's fair enough.
What do you do with software?
Great customer service. Really, at the end of the day, we've got a great team, an observant team. For us, it's more important that the customers can pick up the product and use the product and move around the store with the product. We have good coverage, we have good customer service. That's really the most important thing for us.
You answer the question, how long before someone drops?
Look.
This is a common practice in all of our stores. We don't just have their devices because it is, as Nick said, about you experiencing the technology and imagining it in your everyday life. Yes, there's strength in all retail, but we've got a great strategy to minimize that, and the risk of shrink outweighs the importance of the customer having a great experience with the device.
What's the purchasing experience like? So if I pick up that headphone set over there, do you have a mobile device that you can
We do.
cards
Yeah.
like that?
We do. So every one of our team on the floor will have a Microsoft mobile device, and we have a number of tills situated around the store, so you can pretty well much pick up a product and purchase anywhere in the store.
Just one more question on staff. Do you have a rough breakdown between sales and service? Do you know how many? Is it 25-25 at the moment? Is that going to change?
At the moment, we have, obviously the balance is more so in product advisors versus service advisors. We have 40 product advisors, and the rest would be service advisors and back of house staff.
What was the rationale for Sydney being chosen as the first non-North American store?
Well, I would just start by saying we are absolutely thrilled that Sydney has been selected. Obviously, there is a lot of choice from Microsoft to do that, but clearly Australians like technology. And when the store team were looking at where is a country that would embrace a store in their own backyard, Sydney was selected. And so it's great to be hosting the first store outside of North America and certainly the second flagship in the world. So it's a real honor for us.
And we absolutely looked at a number of locations, but I think what made this unique, first the location, right? We knew we had a great spot here on Pitt Street, and often you design your strategy too around where can you get that great location on one of the premier retail streets in the world. And then we also have all of our products and services here in this market, and so that's a key component that we look at, as well as the performance of what we've seen. This is one of the top performing online stores that we have, so it's absolutely a space where consumers are telling us that they're accepting our products and services and excited about them. That, coupled with what Pitt talked about, is why we're bringing the store here.
The consumer is inevitably going to ask, do you price manage? And how do your prices compare to your own online store?
Absolutely. So on pricing, look, we have a wide range of prices, and we're always thinking about how can we offer competitive prices. I think what we focus on is value, right? So everything that we do, we want to make sure that customers get the most value. That's why we're so focused on service, right? It's about a customer walking out with the product working, that they can get the most out of it. So that's where a lot of our focus is. But we absolutely take feedback on pricing and things like that, and that direct connection with the consumer allows us then to make sure that we continue to remain competitive.
So what happens if the consumer comes in and says, this is $20 cheaper down the road than JB Hi-Fi.
Yeah. So again, we don't specifically price match, but we do want to make sure that we provide the most value, and we have a wide range of products and services across the Windows ecosystem that allow us to hit any price point that a consumer is interested in. So our sales associate are focused on what is the challenge and what the consumer is really looking for, and making sure we listen to that customer and get the right product or service for them.
Can you give me how many events and what type of events and the tutorial you can speak on?
Yeah, we just mentioned briefly out there, we're going to be doing the personal one-to-ones as well. We're going to have consumer workshops, obviously discovering Windows 10 here. We can have business workshops here as well, community workshops. I mentioned the DigiGirls workshops and coding, those type of things.
One of the great things about this is the connection between the store and the broader Microsoft business. So in this very room, you're going to be seeing developers coming in, coding, building applications on our platform. We're going to have young women in, we're excited about STEM and technology. We're going to have students in here thinking about how they use technology to learn. We have businesses in here learning about what's next. So what you don't see today is ultimately there will be, we've got a large enterprise customer in here, we'll have privacy lines that can come down, and we'll be able to share a lot of commercial and confidence information here in a way that we've never been able to before, and then bring to life the great experiences outside and really start to cross-pollinate you as a consumer and you as a business person right in this very room.
The community is so important to us that of those staff that we talked about, we actually have 2 people, community development specialists, but that's their full-time job. Thinking about how they connect with the community, invite them in, and set up experiences that really cater to those different partners. Just a question there.
Thank you. Many companies use Australia as a test market. Will the performance of this store help you guys determine if you'll expand to different countries and regions?
I wouldn't call this a test. This is a big investment, and we're very, very focused on having success here. But, look, we are always considering new options and growth opportunities, but right now, yes, we're heavily focused on, this store specifically, making sure that we communicate and the best of the brand and the best experiences, launching these great new products, and connecting with kind of the fabric of the community. So that is a focus, and this is, 100% of our focus.
Do you have any other stores on the roadmap in the future?
I'm not going to talk about other future stores at this time because we are very focused on this store specifically. But as I mentioned, we're always looking at new alternatives. We have 189 online markets and over now 110 plus stores, so we're absolutely always looking at growth.
Can you talk about the OEM relationship you have with the store, for example, how all the different PC OEMs you deal with, for the demo stock, do each OEM have to contribute a signature edition? Is that mandatory, for example? And has there been any marketing or financial input from those OEMs or even hardware vendors such as AMD, Intel, NVIDIA, and so on?
So we absolutely spend a lot of time making sure we've got the right OEM devices, the latest and greatest, and we carefully select those to showcase the customers in our store. And we'll always be changing out, new devices as they come through. Absolutely, the only devices we sell in here are signature devices.
Okay.
So at times we partner with our OEMs to provide and build signature into their device, and at times we do that after the fact. But we make sure that nobody walks out of this store without an OEM device that has a signature image.
Just to follow on in terms of that sort of thing, I've noticed here there's the sort of attachment for Windows is a bit minimal. For example, there's no desktops here and there's only a small sprinkling of all-in-one devices. Are you going to expand the Windows range? For example, say somebody wants a DisplayPort cable or some PC accessory that is relevant to Windows. Are you going to expand that, or is it more Microsoft branded stuff?
No, we will definitely showcase new devices, whether those are all-in-ones or larger devices. But I'd also say we're going to expand that assortment online too. So we have sales associates here that are really trained to make sure that if they don't have the product in the store, that we make sure we get the right product for the customer and share with them and show them what they can buy online, and we can even help facilitate those transactions in the store.
Thank you.
How well versed are your support team? If someone comes in here with a question that is document, is there a prize?
Are you going to try that?
Is there a prize?
What happens if you complete these functions? What happens if you complete these functions? What do you do with that plan? Say Say someone comes in with a question on XDK.
I'd encourage them to come work for our store.
We're always looking for great talent.
Yeah, so that's a wide open invitation. I'll make sure they get an application and that we train them to work. But I don't know. You can talk about who we hired, the types of people, but we have a very qualified staff.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a support line as well. And although this is the very first Microsoft store outside of North America, we do have 110 stores, and we have a good network over there that we can rely on as well. So we have good support in that space, but we do have a tech support line that we can invest. But the people that we have all come from a technical background. So we haven't trained them up from scratch, they come with a good technical
So
knowledge.
do any of them have official Microsoft certificates, MCSA, all that sorts of things?
I believe that I'll probably have to find that out. I'm not sure on the answer to that.
You're only selling fan in the store. What happens to the display downstairs when you sell out of the product?
I think it's important that we always have our product to touch and feel and our customers to get their hands on. So we have a great team here. We'll be versed in making sure that we look at the pre-order program as well. And when they do come in, we'll get them into the hands of the customers.
And I'd love the opportunity to sell out. You know what? When we do and expect that to happen, we'll go into back order mode where we know when the next shipments are coming, and we take care of customers and we encourage them for a later delivery.
If it was a back order situation, would you ship that to your customer? Or would that be a store question? It's not if you're not selling it.
Right. Well, at some point we will be selling and make that available online as the best retail, sells that product. We are doing something unique with Band for this flagship store. So yes, absolutely, those are things that we would do in the future.
Sorry, Lee made a really interesting point. What happens if, does this store have the authorization to stock products provided they're faulty?
First-party products, absolutely.
Is that like within a near-left time frame, or is that rather than sending it up for repair, we just...
So for instance, Surface Pro, Surface Pro 4, Surface 3, absolutely will have stock on hand to replace it immediately.
We have a 30-day no-hassle, guarantee for returns, and so we want to make sure that people love what they buy and are committed to that. So absolutely within that window, and then we have Assure and other warranty packages that we provide, and our sales associates will talk to customers about those.
Would that extend to your Xbox companies as well?
Absolutely, yes.
But does it extend to the Surface Pro 2? I mean, you've got 2-year warranties on all these things. If something else does fail on Pro 2, are you able to replace that, or do you just upgrade it?
We take care of customers, so yeah, if there's within the warranty period, if they have Assure or any of those, yes, we absolutely take care of those.
Pretty much.
And we're also, we're working on trade-in programs. So, if you own a Surface Pro 2 and, there's an opportunity to get you a Surface Pro 4, then, we're eager to figure out a way to do that and make it, work for you.
Broadly speaking, everything software side, we'll do as much as we can to help the customer regardless of warranty. But if there's a hardware cost or cost for replacement, then that's where lots of other conversation with the consumer as well. And just on the grants, Emma told us a bit about why you chose those.
Sure, I think you've got the paperwork. We're donating about $4.8 million in software and hardware across 11 not-for-profits. We went through a process to look at not-for-profit organisations in this country who were doing some things that are aligned to the area we thought we could make the most impact. It's not just about giving them that technology, it's about helping them use it to deliver the services that they do. So people working with youth, people working with the homeless, you can see the great organisations like the Smith Family and YMCA, etc. And so it's a real strong alignment to our commitment to helping young people realise their potential. So we try to select very closely to that. We do have, I would say outside of this, we do in Australia give away more broadly continuing the year and software to a broader range of not-for-profits, but we really want to do something quite spectacular with the store.
That's $50 million vehicle retail price.
One last question about the answer desk. Is it just walk-in only, or can you schedule an appointment?
Well, it's walk in, and then we will schedule an appointment. But yeah, we're going to service everybody with most of those stores. And obviously, it would be easier for us to manage if it was appointment, but absolutely, people come in. One of the things we're not going to say is, do you have an appointment? we're just going to see those customers straight away.
Can you make it work online?
You will be able to, yeah, through online store. Yeah.
Just another question about service. Can someone walk in with their desktop PC under their arm?
They got arms? Absolutely.
It's not abnormal to walk in and see, one or two, desks, literally, towers, sitting on top of it.
Absolutely. Have you got one you're going to bring in?
Does that mean like, I don't know what, we haven't had this before, but like, what is the estimated wait time between making an appointment and actually getting an appointment? Again, it's the first market, it's kind of big. What is it like in the US at the moment?
Yeah, it depends market by market, of course, but typically you'd be able to schedule an appointment online and see the same day in most stores.
The good news is, if you don't schedule an appointment, you can walk through the door and wait for them to take care of it.
If I bring this there to the next topic, obviously you've got keyboards and mice, that's covered. Do you actually have screens, or is my Windows probably being broadcast on the wall?
No. Well, look, we have a tech room out back as well. So, we have our answer desk here, the one downstairs as well, but we also have a tech room, so it won't be broadcast over the live.
Would customers be going into that tech room to talk through the problem? Right.
No,
So all that will be at the answer desk, and we'll talk through the problem.
we have tech advisors literally at base where they can do the service and the work, and if your device needs to be here for more than a day, we try not to make that a common practice, but we'll take care of it. And then we actually even have the ability off-site to challenge the problems that are really challenging. Then, we make sure that we help customers.
Here's a basic question. If I bring that desktop and I'm sitting here waiting for someone to actually provide me tech support, is there free Wi-Fi for me to actually connect to?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Australians love free Wi-Fi. Right here.
Are you worried people are going to just stay on the West Hill or go upstairs and just have a drink and just on the
No, another challenge that we would welcome. I mean, we've got comfortable seats and the opportunity to sit and play games and engage with our products and services. So we like that.
Yeah, I think that's part of the community piece as well. We want people to come here. We want people to say, hey, let's meet at the Microsoft store. Be a good gathering place. We will encourage that.
I think PC shops will be put out of business because of this.
No, not out of one store. Maybe you can talk a little bit about how we work.
I think the great thing about this store, it is a great place to invest in Microsoft for the library. We're really proud of it, but we have a broader ecosystem. We have great retail partners, we have an online store, a partnership online, and I think Australians have choice, and this is just part of that fabric now.
On that community front, if someone comes in with their laptop and sits down and you start to do something, are you going to customer to leave or to want or? I'm more thinking because the obvious competitive retail store makes the point that it's followed through with it of doing it.
But I think, hopefully you've heard from the team, we want to welcome the community. We want to welcome Australians, city-siders to the store. This is our store. And I say our, I think Microsoft, this is the new store. It's our first, we're really proud of it. We hope if they're in here, they enjoy it, and they get to play and try some of our products over there. That's what we would love.
So it's going to be during school holidays.
I'm going to see what bring my girls at. So I think it's going to be a really vibrant community place, and that's what we want. We want to see people in here playing, using this technology, experiencing it, getting their hands on it. And if they feel that this is a great place to come and do that and hang out for a bit, we welcome them to join.
More directly meet people, that's kind of fan of it.
We have a theater space everywhere, but it's open. And what we're doing in terms of a multi-purpose space is